Good morning. I have a Fit Together chair class for you today, and we're going to focus on strength, stretching, and balance. You'll need a chair and a small set of weights, and let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be a little bit different than what we're used to doing, but I think you can do most of these exercises standing or sitting. A few of them maybe you can't. You'll just have to modify as we go. All right, let's start with our shoulders back and down, looking straight ahead. We'll do our head turns, looking side to side. Keep those shoulders down, relaxed, away from the ears. Nice, steady breathing. And as you're standing here, making sure you're not locking those knees. And looking straight ahead, let's tilt the head towards the shoulder, keeping that same good posture otherwise. Oh, get those crunchies out. All right, looking straight ahead. Let's roll those shoulders back. Ooh, everything's crunchy today for me. I hope that's not the case for you. All right, let's take it the other direction. We're going to do our warm-up a little bit different. You'll be able to follow along. It's all exercises we've done before, but it's just a little bit different than our head-to-toe warm-up. All right, next we're going to be standing behind our chair and doing our side reaches. So we're taking one hand stays on the chair. We're going to same side arm and leg, reach out and up. Put that hand on the chair, other side, reach and back down. Feel that separation between your ribs and the top of your hip. Get a good stretch here, warming up that torso and the outer hip, armpit area even. Go at your own pace here. This does not have to be fast. And if you're seated in the chair, you can just do the arm reaches and lean and tilt to one side, reach. One more each side. All right, and next we're going to do our hip circles. This one's best done standing. Good posture, holding onto the chair for support. That inside leg, you're not locking it, or on your tiptoes with that outside leg. Knee is bent. We're just going to bring that leg up and around. Woo, maybe to start it doesn't go so high. Circling that knee around, getting that motion in the hip. Last one here. Pause, and we're going to take it the other direction, so bringing it forward. Whoo, warming up those hips early on here. And we got one more. And down. Other side. Notice my upper body stays pretty still. Okay? So we're keeping that good upper body posture. We just want that motion in the hip. All right. Knee is not locked. We're on those tiptoes. Going up, around, and tap. Keep that steady breathing. You got it. And pause. We're going the other way. So bring it from behind and step over. Your circle doesn't have to be as big as mine. That's fine. Whatever you can do. Woo, and done. All right, let's get those ankles real quick, and then we're going to move on to our curtsy. So we got point and flex. This one you can definitely do in the chair. And drawing your circles. So this is also a balance check right here. And taking that circle the other direction. We want to get good mobility in those ankles. And shake that leg out. Other side. Standing tall. Point and flex first. Point the toes, bring them back. All right, let's draw those circles. One way is always easier than the other. It's pretty typical. And other direction, mind over matter. Make those toes go the other way. And relax, let's shake it out. All right, our next move for our warm-up is going to be the curtsy. This one is best done standing. If you are needing to stay seated in the chair, you can just march in place, lifting those knees. All right, if you're standing, we're taking that outside leg, pointing that toe, and we're just going to take it behind, do a little knee bend, and reach out to the side. Step behind, little curtsy, and point. If you're feeling extra flexible today, you can add in a little leg lift, knee bend, and tap. My body's going straight up and down. I'm not twisting, okay? So stay straight up here. Just bring that foot behind, bend those knees as far as you're comfortable with. Adding in the lift if you like. Add in the arm. Last one. Definitely only adding in the arm if you're feeling good. Really want you to focus on those knee bends. All right, same thing, other side. Good posture, pointing that toe out to the side. We're just taking it behind, little bend in both knees, and point. Whatever you're comfortable with here. Sometimes it's just hard to get your one leg behind the other, so just do the best you can. Steady breathing here. Add in that leg lift if you want. You can add in the arm swing if you want. Just getting the blood flowing, working those muscles. Last one here. And tap and bring it in. Good. All right. We're going to work those knees just a little more. This is also a judgment call, how you feel with your knees. We're going to do a little baby lunge forward. Okay? So I'm stepped back about half a foot behind my chair at my side so I can still hold on for a little balance. The outside leg away from the chair is going to step forward, bend, lunge, push yourself back with some power. We're staying with the same leg. Lunge forward, press yourself back. Bend the knees. Now, if you just want to do a little step and push, a little rocking forward, that's all your knees can take. That's fine. Going at your own pace here and bending only as far as you feel comfortable with. And trust me, the other side will feel different. Okay, last one. Great job. Those are tough. You really have to gauge how you're feeling today. One day you might feel great with that exercise, and the other day, not so much. All right. Same thing, other side. We're taking that outside leg is going to be our lunging leg. So we're stepping forward, press ourselves back. We've got a good steady base here. Test it out first. Take a small step. Press back. We're working on bending those knees and our leg strength here. This is still part of our warm-up. Isn't that lovely? And last one. Press it back. Excellent. All right. We are going to move on to some weights. All right. So this can be done seated or standing. I'm going to be seated. All right. I'm scooting towards the front of my chair. I don't want to use the back support if I don't have to. All right, feet are firmly planted on the floor. I've got an overhand grip here with my weights, and the top of my hand is facing you, okay? So I don't want palms out. I want the top of your hand, okay? And we're just going to pull those elbows up and lower down. I don't want to see this. I want the elbows to rise, weights stay down. This is a challenging one. Upright row. Feel this in that collarbone area, shoulders. Remember to exhale, and we want every motion to be really smooth, not jerky. Last one. I'm already tired. All right, let's shake those arms out a little bit. We're going to do a few exercises, and then we're going to stretch that body parts, okay? So next we have a combination move. We're going to do a bicep curl. So this will be an underhand grip, palms forward. We're going to curl up, rotate out, and overhead press, okay, with that weight. So draw that belly button in, shoulders are back and down. That position is very important for this exercise. Keep that belly button drawn in and nice and taut so that we don't arch our back during the overhead press. Up we go, and we're going to rotate those hands, overhead press. As you raise those weights, your back wants to kind of arch to help support. Don't let it arch. Curl up, rotate, overhead, bring it down, then come back in and uncurl, okay? Curl up, rotate out, push up, down to the shoulders, rotate in, and then curl. Nice and controlled movement here. Is your core activated? Are you breathing? Making sure you're not holding that breath. I know I'm not holding my breath because I keep talking. You guys probably think, man, did she ever shut up? Woo! Make sure those shoulders don't float up towards your ears. Oh, if you need to put down the weights, you can. And if you need to skip the overhead press, you can. Some shoulders don't like this move. We got last one. Curl up, rotate, overhead, easy down, and curl. Whew, all right. It's tough, very tough. All right, I should know more sweatshirt today. I'm hot already. All right. Keeping that good posture, sitting tall. We're taking one weight to the opposite knee. We're not going to do our overhead press with this. We're going to do our lawnmower, but I want you to really focus on squeezing that elbow back in towards your ribs. Okay, so we're drawing an arc with that elbow. Weight ends up at the shoulder, squeezing that elbow to the rib. And we're going to take it back. Just drawing a rainbow here. Squeeze. You want to feel those shoulder blades kind of squeeze down here. Nice and controlled. Don't worry, we're going to do a little stretch after this one. Doing a lot of shoulder, upper back work here. We got 3 more on this side. Hang with me. Draw on that arc, squeeze it in. And 2. And 1. Whew, and done. All right. Let's take it to the other side. Shake that arm out if you need to. We're taking that other weight. Hand to the other knee. We're going to draw that arc, squeeze that elbow to the ribs, and take it back. Feel that shoulder blade squeeze down in your back. That weight kind of ends up at your shoulder. Get a good exhale with each pull. Great job. Got 2 more. Stay with me. Whew. And take it to the knee. All right, we're going to set those weights down. Actually, I'm going to set them off to the side. We'll We'll come back to them. Our next exercise is going to be a leg exercise. All right, so we're taking those hands to our ears. Elbows are as wide as you can take them here. Draw that belly button in so you're not arching the back in the inappropriate way. And we're just going to tilt right between those shoulder blades. Get a good stretch. Ooh, you feel that? Oh, yes. That's a good stretch. Right between the shoulder blades, maybe the upper back. Feel that little bit of movement. If you've got arthritis, this can be a tough spot. You need to keep it mobile. Just dropping those elbows down. Last one, each side. Back to center, and let's shake those arms out. All right, our next set of exercises is going to focus on our core, our legs, and definitely the torso area. All right, so our first one is the sit to stand. If you guys have seen me in my office, you've done this test with me or this exercise. Now at home, especially if you live alone, this could be a little precarious. If you use a cane, I want you to use your cane. If you have like a countertop nearby or a dining room table, I want you to put your chair right up next to it so you can place your hands on that to help steady you. Because if you do this sit to stand and your momentum is forward, you can just kind of plop forward. So I want you to feel safe, okay, with this exercise. Otherwise, we're starting with our hands right here, about 90 degrees. Feet are firmly planted. I'm close to the edge of my seat. Okay, you want to make sure your chair isn't in a spot where it's going to slide away from you when you go to sit back down. We're just going to stand straight up. We're pushing forward. Use that leg strength to stand straight up. Arms are out for just balance, okay? Kind of squeeze your tush as you come up, and then you're going to lower down to that chair, not plop down. That can take a bit of practice. Here we go. Up and down. Up and down. Use your hands for balance or however you need to. Going at your own pace. If you can't do my pace, that's fine. You can push down on that table to help support you, but I really want you to use those legs to pull yourself up. Push up and stand, and then lower down. That's right. You got it. This is kind of a lot. I don't even know what number I'm on. We'll say about 10 here. Let's get a few more. And again, if this is hard for you, you can just do 4 or 5 of these. It's fine. I really want you to work on keeping those knees apart. Don't let them touch. 2 more. Using those arms for balance and a little bit of oomph, maybe. Pressing down, but not using all of your arm strength. You want to use those legs. All right, very good. That's like doing a squat. So that's just a nice exercise to help strengthen those legs. We've got to practice it if we want to continue to be able to get in and out of like a recliner or out of a couch, off the toilet, those kind of things. So got to stay strong here. All right, next we're going to take one weight. We're going to do a seated plank, but we're going to do our step outs with our legs. Okay, so I'm going to show you the position I want you seated in. All right, I'm sitting towards the front of my chair. I'm going to hold my weight right here, my chest. Upper body's nice and straight. And I'm just going to hinge back a couple inches. Okay, maybe not even that far. Okay, and then you're going to hold that plank kind of position. Okay, sitting back, holding that right here, bracing, using those core muscles, and then tapping that foot out to the side, other leg, tap. Woo! You're activating those lower core muscles here. Lifting that leg, keep the ankle under the knee, not reaching that leg out, and don't forget to breathe. This doesn't seem like super challenging, but you're activating so many muscles here. Try not to rest on the back of that chair. You're just hinging back ever so slightly. Going at your own pace, sitting up when you need to, and regroup and get back into position. Should not feel any strain in your low back here. If you do, sit on up. Got 2 more each side. Holding that plank. Last set. And step it in. And sitting up tall, lower that weight. Whew. That may not seem like much, but you're using so many muscles to lift that leg, but you're already engaging the upper muscles. That works a lot of different things. All right. Next, we have our wood chop. So we're sitting up nice and tall. We're taking that one weight. We're going to reach down to one side, bring it into the chest, and reach away the other side. Back down, chest, up, chest, down. You're rotating that torso, kind of rotating those shoulders. Knees stay straight ahead. You don't swivel in your seat. Keep that steady breathing. Functional movement here. I call it wood chop. Some people call it unloading the dishwasher. Some people call it putting your luggage in the overhead compartment. Last one. Whatever the function is, we want to be able to keep doing it, so we practice. All right, shake it out. We're taking that weight again, other side. Reaching down to the other side, bringing it into the chest, and up and over. Whew. Going at your own pace. Paying attention to how those shoulders feel, and maybe the back. Limiting your motion if you've got any little aches and pains. Keep that good breathing. Last one. And in. Good. All right, I'm going to put that weight down. We've got one more leg exercise, and then we're going to stretch our legs. All right, so I'm sitting towards the front of my chair. I'm kind of bracing myself with my hands anywhere on any part of the chair, just so that you're not scrunching. Keep those shoulders down and just kind of brace yourself. Activate your core. You're going to extend one heel, toes up towards the ceiling. Okay, get yourself in a good position. And we're just lifting and tap that heel. Don't let it rest. Lift and lower. Little tap on the floor, but right back up about knee height. Let's get one more. Lift and lower and step it in. You're going to feel that in the hip flexor. Don't worry, we're going to stretch it here in a minute. All right, other leg. I'm going to scoot back so you can see my foot a little better. Maybe, maybe not. Remember, brace yourself here so that you're not rocking with that upper body. All right, heel down, toes up towards the ceiling. We're just lifting and lowering. You're bringing that leg up as high as the other knee, if you can. Use that muscle to lift. If you can't do this straight-legged, you can just keep a bent knee and like a marching position. You can do that. 2 more. Lift and lower. Lift and lower and step it in. Nice job. Let's do a quick stretch there. We're going to do our quad stretch. So we're sliding to the side, dropping one knee down, holding onto the chair for support, sitting tall. Okay? We're shimmying those toes back. Protect your low back here. So you don't want to have an arch and you don't want to feel this stretch in the back. Tuck those hips under, and then you should feel this in the front of that leg, that muscle we just worked with the leg raises. You want to stretch that out so it doesn't get too tight. Drop that knee down. Sometimes it might want to start cramping, so just lay off if you need to. And bring it forward. Slide on over to the other side. Drop that knee down. Protect the low back. Always keep that in mind here. Bracing yourself on the chair. Woo! I really feel that. You'll feel that from maybe the top of the hip all the way down to possibly the kneecap, depending on how tight that muscle is. Those muscles, there's several in there that we're stretching. Whew. All right, and let's get the back of the leg while we're here. One leg extends forward. I'm towards the front of my chair, sitting up tall, keeping that upper body straight as a board, hinging at the hips, leading with the chest, and getting that back of the leg stretched out. Toes are up towards that ceiling, okay? I mean, it's resting on the floor. Ooh, you should feel that in the back of that knee, the hamstring, even the calf muscle a little bit. And sitting up tall, release. That knee is now the bent knee, and the other leg extends forward, heel forward, toes up towards the ceiling, hinging. Steady breathing through all this. Every stretch, you want to make sure you're breathing, getting good oxygen to help stretch. And sitting up tall. All right, we've got a little bit more with our weights. We're going to grab 2 weights here. We're going to do our accordion and lateral raise, okay? Sitting up tall, elbows at 90 degrees, palms are facing each other. We're going to keep the elbows in, press the weights out, bring them in, and now raise. Up to shoulder height, wrists and elbows come up together, okay? And now open. Accordion, lateral raise. Open up. Watch your low back on this one. Keep that core activated so you don't arch as you open. You don't want to do that. If that's too heavy of weight, it might make you arch a little more. So use lighter weight if you need to. Again, steady breathing. Woo, we got one more of each. Open up. And raise it up. And lower down. All right. Oh, my shoulders and arms are tired. We've just got double tricep kickback next. So I'm just resting my weights here. We're going to start a little bit smaller than 90 degrees, both hands. And we're hinged forward a little. And we're going to kick those weights back and lift if we can. And then squeeze it back in. Remember, we're not swinging our arm, okay? We don't want to use the momentum. We want to use our muscles, okay, for the strength that we have. Okay, so I'm just hinging forward a little bit, keeping that back flat. Elbows are a little bit shorter than 90 degrees here, maybe 80 or 70. Okay, shoulders are back and down. They're not crumped forward. All right, we're just going to straighten and lift behind us. Bring it in with control. I already feel that in the back of my arm. Straighten and lift. Make sure you're not using your neck muscles here. Keep that shoulders relaxed, but not forward. Nice and controlled here. Making sure those knees are staying apart here too. Sometimes they want to cave together, and then you kind of use some different muscles to do this exercise. So keep a little space between those knees. Stay focused on this arm lift behind you. Hope you feel that in the back of the arms. It's a teeny tiny muscle back there, but it serves a great purpose, carrying things. Oh, last one. Lift and bring it in. Excellent. Let's shake those arms out. All right. I've got a hinged fly next. So those of you with shoulder issues, you might not want to use any weight at all. I'm going to change from 5 pounds to 3 pounds. And we're just going to hinge forward in that same hinged position. We want those shoulders back and down. Okay, those arms are going to start down here, kind of under our legs a little bit. But make sure you're not like this. Still that good flat back, shoulders back and down. All right, and we're just going to raise our palms up to the side and back down. Again, easy down, no flapping our wings here, even though this is called a fly. We're really working that upper back and shoulders today. Draw that core in so that you can keep that nice flat back and keep that nice hinged position. Make sure we're using the correct muscles for this exercise. Stay in control. Keep that wrist firm on both sides. Woo, and we've got one more. Lift and lower. All right. Let's do a quick stretch. We're going to do our shoulder stretch. Bring one arm across, other arm is there to help stretch. And you can kind of do some wrist rotations here or wrists up and down. But make sure you feel this in the shoulder. And release. Bring the arm across the chest. We don't want it up here. Bring the arm across down low. Steady breathing. All right, let's pat ourselves on the back for getting those exercises done. A little tricep stretch. I know some shoulders don't like this, so you can just do the best you can. You're going to use that other hand to help stretch. And release. Other side, pat yourself on the back. Add the other hand to help accentuate that stretch. And release. All right. Next, we're going to stand and do some balance work. I hope you can stand and do some of these. We're going to start with our tightrope. You guys fairly used to this one, I think. I haven't done it in a little while. Outside leg is going to be our front foot. And we're half a foot or a foot away from our chair, but I still want you to be able to hold on for balance. Okay, that back leg is the inside leg. That toe is touching the heel of the other foot. We're going to bring that leg forward, knee up to hip height, take it right back, toe to the heel, and plant that foot down. Equal weight between both feet. Bring it up, plant it right back down. Try not to look at your feet as you do this. And then add in the arm coordination if you can. Lift and swing and tap and back into the correct position. One coordinated move. If your shoulders are done, you can reach straight across instead. I still want you to get that coordination. Equal weight. Plant that foot, toe to the heel. And we've got one more here on this side. Plant it back down, and then you can step off. All right, same thing, other side. Remember, we're trying to stay on our tightrope here. Outside leg is the front foot. Inside leg, take that toe to the heel, and that's your start. Nice posture. We're going to start with the bringing the leg up on the inside, hip height, plant it down. Try not to look. Focus on that part first. Add in that arm swing. Coordinating the tap. Sometimes you really got to think about this move. Remember, the main thing is I want you getting that toe to the heel as you plant that foot back down. Don't want you falling off your tightrope. Modify this as you need to. And we've got one more on this side. All right, we're gonna go on to a standard one leg balance. You can hold on to a wall, a countertop, a chair, okay? Inside leg is gonna be our base leg, holding on for a little bit of support. That does not mean leaning on it, just a little touch with your fingers, or maybe one finger to get started here, okay? Base knee is not locked. We're bringing that outside knee up. If you can get your knee up to hip height, that's great. You can keep it down lower if that's more comfortable. Activating the core is going to help you attain that balance. Trying not to look down. Try to look 4 to 10 feet in front of you. If you're feeling really good today, you can actually raise that outside arm. Tapping down when you need to reset. You don't have to hold this as long as I am. All right, I'm on one finger. I'm going to take my hand off. And if you're holding on with 4 or 5 fingers, maybe go down to 1 or 2. But think about your posture. You want to stay tall. Tap down if you need. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease it down. Great job. This is tough. We haven't done this one in a while. You do you. You do what works for you. I just don't want you to be leaning on your support. But I also don't want you to let go and risk falling. So tap that foot down when you need to. Okay, same thing, other side. I've got a little give in that base leg, bringing that outside leg up into position. Activating my core muscles. Good posture. Got a little bit of support here on the chair. Add in the reach if it feels good. You don't have to do this part. Tapping down when you need to. I'm going to let go a little bit here. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease it down. Great. Great job. Great practice. All right. Next, we're going to do our arabesque. So this, I just want you to hold on to the back of your chair with both hands. I just want one leg on your toes. We're going to start standing. And then I want you to hinge and reach. You can tap that foot down if you need to. Now, you may not go as far as me, and maybe you just step it back. But I want the upper body and that leg to be a straight line. Okay? So I don't want you like this. And I don't want you like this, tilted. Okay? We're just on the tiptoes with one leg. We're just going to elongate, stretch, fold forward, bring it back in. Fold forward. We're not adding in the arms here. We're just getting that fold, reach that leg long. Hinge. Trying to look straight ahead. And last one. All right, same thing, other side. On the tiptoes, remember that base leg, we're not locking the knee. There's hinging and reaching. Keep the shoulders and hips facing that chair. Nice and controlled. This isn't super fast. And a light touch on the chair. You shouldn't have a death grip on the chair. So ease up if you've got that going on. And we've got one more. All right, good job. And our very last exercise is going to be our bow and arrow. You can do this one in the chair if you'd like. You're just going to open your shoulders. We're in a split stance. The leg that is back, that arm is going to, if you have a weight, you can use a little weight. I have a 1-pounder here. Both hands are reaching forward. I'm just going to pull my bow back, open my shoulders, chest, hips, and let it come forward. Okay? Kind of get yourself into position that where it feels comfortable, where you're not going to lose your balance. We're drawing back our bow and release that arrow. As you release the arrow, you can bend that knee. You don't have to. Pull back, straighten the leg, bend that front knee. So we've got many things going on here. Open up, pull back, release and bend. Pull back, release and bend. If you're in the chair, you're just opening up that chest and pulling the arm back. Your head can follow that moving arm. And last one here. And release, stepping forward. Same thing, other side. All right, we're in that split stance. Other hand has that weight. This is going to be your arrow. All right. Both hands forward, hips and shoulders forward, drawing back, opening the chest, shoulders and hips, and release. When you get this movement down, you can add in that leg movement, bend that knee as you release the arrow. Straighten that as you pull back. Being cautious with this one. You're activating core and glute muscles here to stabilize yourself and achieve that balance, but we're coordinating a lot of movements at once as well. So cut yourself some slack if you can't do it all. But exercises like this are perfect for you to do and practice. They may seem simple, but you're using a lot of different modalities here. Last one, and release, step it forward. Excellent job. We are going to stretch. All right. First, we're going to reach high, reach low. Other side. You're not scrunching your neck. Keep that relaxed. Okay, on this next one, we're going to add in a little torso twist with this reach. Whoo, just get a good stretch. Other side. Yeah. One more each side. Reach. Good. And a torso stretch. So, hand on the hip, both heels firmly on the floor. Pressing this leg down and reaching with the outer arm here. Separating the rib cage from the hip bone. Deep breath. And switch sides. Woo. Hips stay over those feet. We're not pushing it out to the side or anything. We're just separating this right here, getting this good separation and stretch. And release. We're in a wide stance now. We're just going to bend those knees ever so slightly, kind of stretching the inner and outer thigh here. How wide you take this stance is up to you. We're just going back and forth. If you feel like you want to hold one side, you can. Obviously, it's a little bit easier on those knees if you just keep kind of going back and forth. We're stretching everything out. Draw that belly button in so you don't have an arched back here. And kind of pushing your tush back as well. Steady breathing. And coming up tall, stepping together. All right, we're going to do a little finger marching here. Nice deep breaths, every finger to the thumb and back. Keep those fingers nimble. Reaching out one arm, we're just going to apply a little pressure to those fingers, kind of opening up that forearm and wrist, a little stretch, gentle, and other side. Extend that arm, pull back on those fingers just gently, stretching that forearm. And release. All right, with good posture, shoulders back and down. You can do this one seated if you want. Ear tilts towards that shoulder, and you can add a little pressure if you want to. You're going to extend that outside arm. Get that good stretch in the neck and collarbone. And release. Other side. Drop that ear down to the shoulder. Apply a little pressure. Add the reach. You don't have to add the pressure if you don't want to. That doesn't always feel great. And release. Big deep breath in. Inhale up. Exhale smooth. Do this from the chair. Deep breath. Let it all out. One more. Fill your lungs up. Little hold. And let it out. Great job today, everyone. Hope you enjoyed these exercises. And I hope you have a great